Hey everyone, welcome to Carving with Cait. That's me. Before I get going, I just want to tell you guys about an awesome event that's going to be coming up. It's called KidsCon New England. It's going to be taking place November 16th, 2019 in Portland, Maine. If you want to learn all the details about this awesome event, just go to kidsconne.com. Just give me one moment. Alright, that's Cait. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the tools I'm going to be using before I get going here. I've got scoop, scoop out the, I thought it was a magnifying glass, but evidently it's to scoop out the guts and what have you. I've got little tiny blade for the intricacies, the details. I have, I don't see any potatoes here, but that's clearly a potato peeler. I guess I could peel part of this pumpkin. I've got this little jabby thing for when I first go in. Take the top off and all. I've got a couple of bigger knives here for when I really need to, jab it. And as I go, I'm going to be removing, extracting pumpkin guts, pumpkin seeds. It's going all in my bucket right here. My end game, this is what I'm going to try to make. This is a face of Charlie Brown. I hope that you all know who Charlie Brown is. One of my favorite Halloween movies of all time is It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. And now, let's get to carving. Alright, here we go. First thing I'm going to do, take my little permanent marker here. It smells funny. I'm going to do a line around the top. That's going to give me a guideline as to where I want to cut it. So, about 1.5 inches from the top, I'm going to just make a circle. Here we go. All the way around. Just like how the earth goes around the sun. I don't think that's even at all. Oh well. Okay, I've got my line. So now what I do is I take my knife. I take this knife. Third time's the charm. I'm going to take this knife. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jab it into the pumpkin, and that's just to make a hole. And then I'm going to take a smaller knife and kind of. So wish me luck. I want to point out that this is only the second time in my life that I've ever carved a pumpkin, and the first one only kind of counts. I was in college, and my friend did most of it for me. But the reason for that is my parents, being the responsible people they are, didn't let me play with knives when I was growing up. But as a result, I really don't know what I'm doing. So, whoa, it went in. That's cool. Alright. So now I got a hole. Yes. Now I take this. And I guess, cut it. Thought it would be more like a can opener. It's not, though. Whoa. It's kind of moving. It's not following the line at all. Just, this is hard. I feel like I'm getting too close to the stem here. Wow, I'm about maybe 1/10 of the way through and my arm's a little tired. It is starting to smell like a pumpkin though, so that's good. Chop. Chop. Also, I named my pumpkin. Obviously, his first name is Charlie, because he's going to be a Charlie Brown. But, his middle name is Chad. And the reason for that is because my first ever best friend in this lifetime was named Chad. And our friendship came to an end one Halloween night, 1996, This is actually getting a little bit easier, just so you guys know. 1996, he was a grade ahead of me in school, about 8 months older. And it wouldn't have mattered because we didn't go to the same school anyway. But he was going through that, like, typical, I don't want to hang out with the younger kids I've been around my whole life, and I want to, you know, grow up and expand my horizons and blah, blah, blah. But I was devastated. And we went out trick-or-treating when I was 11. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Story on hold. Oh, my God, it worked. Look at that. That's cool. All right. So now what I do... Hang on. I got to roll my sleeves, probably. Now what I do is... I think... I didn't know this was going to be messy. I'm going to move my pot of seeds over here. Alright, there we go. And I bet this is where I use that scoop, probably. Let's see if that works any better. I use this. No, I don't. I probably use this, maybe. And I kind of cut... I'm hurting him. Man, I'm glad I'm not this pumpkin right now. Can you imagine what he's going through? I mean, I know he's not alive, but, like, he could be alive. Chop, 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 chop. Speaking of living pumpkins, if you guys haven't already, you really ought to check out The Pumpkin Wizard. It's an excellent story. Terrific writers, terrific illustrators. So anyway, back to Chad, though. So, I'm 11 years old, and we're going around our neighborhood like we always did, and he's just complaining the whole time, and, oh, I could have gone to a party, and so-and-so asked me to do this, and blah, blah, blah. And it was really quite annoying. But he eventually was just like, I don't feel very well, I got a stomach ache, I gotta go home. So he left, and then I kept going around this neighborhood with my brother and my other friend, and then I saw him with a different kid still trick-or-treating around our neighborhood, and it was absolutely devastating. So that was kind of sad for me. That was pretty much the last time we hung out. And it honestly sort of tempered my enjoyment for Halloween. I don't know if that's enough. You think that's enough? I can't really... Okay. Just put that over there. So anyway, it really kind of tempered my enjoyment of the holidays, Halloween, for about 3 years. But I did eventually get over it. I found some different friends, and then I went back to trick-or-treating even as a high schooler, because you're never too old for free candy, am I right? I don't know how to... I guess I'm supposed to maybe put my whole hand in here, which I was hoping to avoid. It's kind of gross. But the cool thing is, my favorite part of this whole endeavor, which I'm really looking forward to, is afterwards what I'm going to do is I'm going to roast up these pumpkin seeds. It's going to be absolutely delicious. That was what we did the one time that I carved a pumpkin in college. And, yeah, absolutely delicious. You put them on a pan type thing. This stuff isn't coming out. It's too slimy. I can't do it. Put them on like a pan, and then you've got some salt, some pepper, maybe some Cajun seasonings. Shout out Nolans. I was just recently in New Orleans, so I'm on kind of a Cajun kick. Also, this is really, like, not enjoyable at all, what I'm doing right now. It's really too bad. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be able to just rip these, like, stringy bits apart, because they're not really coming off of the pumpkin. Like, I'm able to get the seeds, but the rest of this stuff, I don't... Yeah, it's probably time for my scoop. Maybe. Maybe. There's still some seeds in here, though, which are going to be delicious. Kind of... get my hands all messy, look at that. There's a lot of seeds in a pumpkin. It's weird. It's weird to think that this is actually, like, an edible piece of... I mean, this is a fruit. Like, what other fruit do you just, like, oh, I want to cut into it and make a face? It's very... yeah, it's weird. Alright, where's my Scoopy Scoop? Let's see if this works. doesn't. May need to call up a friend or two and get some help, because honestly, I don't think this is gonna work out. Wonder if my parents would come over real quick and help me. I mean, they taught me a lot of things, and like we did a lot when I was growing up, but they never explained to me how to mutilate a pumpkin. My dad would always carve the pumpkin, which was cool. Remember this one here? This is funny. He carved a pumpkin, and then he took one of our old baby monitors, put the pumpkin on our front lawn, and then he spent the night inside watching the kids and having conversations with the kids, making it seem like it was coming from the pumpkin. And they were like, I mean, the older ones kind of figured it out, but the little ones were absolutely just floored, because like you think it's a recording, and this was, you know, back in the dark ages, technology wasn't that great, but you think it's a recording, but then he starts talking about like your individual, you know, oh, nice costume, like, you know, I really like how you're dressed up as what was popular in the 90s, how you're dressed up like Simba, that's cool. Or he'd be like, if there was like, you know, he'd know how many kids are out there or whatever. Anyway, it was fun. I don't know. I wonder if this has to be like completely clear of... I feel like it does. That's upsetting. Don't worry. I mean, actually, you guys maybe should be a little worried, because I don't think this is going to work. How do people do this? I should have watched like a YouTube video or something ahead of time. It's crazy. I feel like I could just start making the face right now and just hope for the best. Sort of my thought. It's a lot of seeds. The better to eat me with. I don't know. Better to eat them with, because I'm going to be eating the seeds. Alright. Should be okay now to just kind of do a little flipperoo. Oh boy, this is heavy. And I need 3 hands. It's not coming out. Hold on, I got this. I can do this. Gravity is your friend. Gravity is your friend. How funny would it be if I dropped the pumpkin and smashed? Can you guys see in there? Is there anything else? Gross. Alright, just a little tiny bit left here. Yeah, I figured out the trick to this. You gotta push down as you do it, and then the stuff comes up much, much easier. Got just a couple little more seedsies. Alright. Pumpkin gutted, slashed. As you can see, I had a little mishap with all my props over here. They kept falling, so I had to move them. Check out my top. Make sure that it doesn't fit. Wait, yes it does. Okay. Excellent. All right. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to go wash off my hands. I will be right back, and then I will start carving this bad boy. Get that out of the way. Put some of this stuff away. Don't need these guys anymore, at least not for right now. Knife's probably going to come into play later. Excuse me, marker. Alright, so I got this napkin here. What I'm going to do is clean off the front of my pumpkin, whom I refer to as Charlie Chad, so that when I make my face with my marker, it's easier and I'm not trying to draw and write through pumpkins. Pumpkin seeds, pumpkin guts. Alright. Should be alright. And in case you guys are wondering, you may have noticed I prematurely did a couple of D's back here. And the reason for that is, I don't know how well you can see it, but you see how Charlie has ears on the side of his head? So my plan is, I'm going to cut can't hold it by the lid because I cut it off already. I'm going to cut out these little shapes here. These are going to be his ears, and then I'm going to cut slits in the side, and now he has ears. That's my plan. So, got my marker. I don't know why I always smell it. It's like for good luck or something. This guy can go right over here. Let's give it a whirl. I'm also like terrible at drawing, so this will be fun. Down, up, little that way. He has a nose. He has some eyes, which I think I'm going to improvise, make them a little bigger. Eye. I kind of just like it this way. Maybe I won't even bother cutting him. He has a little eyebrow here. And then a smiley face. Margaret just died. It's a problem. Okay. Aurelia. Alright. That is not quite, I mean, we'll just go with it. Alright, so here's what I made. That's Charlie! Pretty good. So what do you guys think? Pretty good, huh? Get my marker out of here. And now, literally, let's get to carving. Okay. I think I'm gonna, this is tricky. I'm gonna start with the eye, I think. Just make a jabby jab. This is really, really intense. Maybe I should have made him a little bigger because I feel like I'm about to cut my hand off. Oops. 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 This is difficult. Keeps slipping. Turn. We're almost there. Oh my goodness. This takes a lot of concentration, kids. I wonder if I can just poke it. Didn't go through. How did that happen? I don't know. Didn't go all the way through, I guess. Okay. This thing, not deep enough. Just to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at. So, like, there's definitely a hole, but we're gonna have to improvise here. I wonder if I took something bigger, that might work. I mean, on the other hand, does he really need two eyes? There's a hole. There it is. Can't wait to light this bad boy up. It's gonna look awesome. There's an eye. Eye for an eye. One good eye deserves another, I always say. I guess it really doesn't matter if there's stuff on the inside. Cool. Let's do that one more time. Just so you know, though, whoever made this tool, this is shorter than the distance between a pumpkin and the other part of the pumpkin. And I'm about to break it, which I was specifically asked not to do. My bad. Okay. This is so weird. It's like, I wonder if, I hope this pumpkin can't feel anything. Oh man, I am not doing well by following this line, I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness. Eyes are completely different sizes. Oh well. 1 second. I told you guys before that I've only ever done this once, right? Pumpkin piece just flew across the room. Almost hit my producer guy, who's being incredibly unhelpful throughout this process. So he pretty much deserves it. I'm gonna make a pie with this later. Alright. Wow, these eyes are not the same size at all. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. He's like half blinded. Oh my gosh. Trying to make it a little wider here. Chop, 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 chop. I wonder if I'm supposed to like clean out this eye. Probably a little bit, at least. Also, when we're done with this, I'm going to sell this. It's going to be up for auction on eBay. So you guys can bid on it. How cool is that, huh? It's going to be a Cait original. Alright, well, sorry, Charlie. Actually, like, it could be worse, to be honest. It really could be worse, right? No? So now, I actually need to do something with my marker real quick. Not that I didn't, like, take this all into account before, but there. And maybe... it's gonna be awful. That's okay. Here we go. Doing an eyebrow now. See, that goes all the way through. A chop chop here and a chop chop there. Here I go, there I am, everywhere a chop chop. Old MacDonald had a pumpkin, E-I-E-I-O, and he named his pumpkin Charlie, E-I-E-I-O. That wasn't too bad. With my eyebrow. He only has one eyebrow showing, but I think that's because, like, this piece up here is supposed to be his hair, and I think it covers up the other eyebrow, so that's alright. Which is good, because that means I only have to do this once. Okay, making a mess. Making a mess. Flick, flick there, and a flick, flick. I should probably be wearing safety glasses for this. Alright. Here's his eyebrow. Does that even remotely look like an eyebrow? I didn't think so. It's okay. And now, I'm going to do something with his hair, I guess, which isn't going to look like hair at all, but whatevs. This is probably going to be the hardest one because it turns and everything. Oh, man. I wonder if I have candles. Forgot about that. Light this bad boy up. Chop chop here and a chop chop there. I would not be good at, like, well, for one thing, pumpkin carving. Or anything else involving knives. This one's looking pretty bad, I'll be honest. Oh, man. People are going to be like, why did you just cut a random, like, not even a shape in his head? Chop, chop there, and a chop, chop. It's getting dangerously close to the eyebrow. Hope it doesn't break. Am I almost done with this? Oh, my gosh. Kind of coming out, but it's really just going to be a hole above his head because, or above his face because, yeah. So I don't think I have enough connected to the pumpkin that's gonna, like, when I take this out, I think it's just gonna be a complete, like, I don't know if I can get, because I don't know let me put it this way, I don't know if there's enough connected to the pumpkin that it's not all just going to snap off. But we're going to try it. Also, this piece will be on eBay. Oh my gosh. My goodness gracious me. How you doing, Charlie? It's coming to life, huh? Probably shouldn't do that. It's like really, really hanging by a thread here. What if I can super glue it? So, just so you guys know what I'm looking at. Ta-da! So, my problem is that this piece is the only thing that's like holding it and keeping him from just having like a giant hole. And this piece I really should have made like longer so that it's more connected, and I accidentally cut it a little bit here too. So anyway, it's quite flimsy and probably going to break off. But the odds of that happening increase the more I touch it, so I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, let's do time for a nose. Just yeah, I don't think I made any of my lines like wide enough, really. Alright. Take my thing. Here we go. You'd think I'd be getting better at this, but I'm not. Also, kids, make sure you do not try any of this at home. Like, honestly, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Or, I mean, you can try it at home, but make sure that an adult, a trusted adult, and or parent and or guardian is with you. Whew. Should have just gone with the normal, like, you know what I mean? Triangle. Oops. Messed up. His nose is going to be deformed. Triangle eyes and jagged mouth. You know what I mean? There's a lesson learned. Do not ever try to be creative. Alright, well, this little piece. I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I haven't, like, injured any part of my anatomy yet. That came out sort of decent, I guess. Except that there's all this, like, stuff just hanging on. Just won't let go. Chop, chop. I'm just wailing at it randomly, hoping it catches. It's so stringy. There's so many little random bits and pieces. This looks so much easier than it actually is. Because I'm like really good at this. Okay. He has a nose, guys. We've got one more front facial feature. Check out my nose. Only thing left to do here is the mouth, which hopefully won't be too bad because it's literally just a whoop. Get a marker again though. I did a horrible job making the mouth the first time. Also, like, the proportion to all these different facial features is just ridiculous. That's okay. There we go. I am trying to concentrate, which is why I haven't been giving you guys as many anecdotal stories, but I do have, I don't know, I have a couple, I guess. Did you guys know that I was Michelangelo for Halloween like 4 years in a row? Yep. Chad was always Leonardo. I told you guys about him already. My little brother was Donatello. And then Nathan was Raphael because he was kind of like we didn't like him as much. No offense to Raphael, but he was kind of like a loner, you know what I mean? Choppy, 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 chop. Oh, man. I'm telling you. Chad, I hope you're watching this. You know, I was a good best friend. As you can imagine. Yeah, we're getting easier. I noticed that the wider you make the lines, the easier this is. That was my problem before. Especially with the hair. Why isn't it coming out? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I should have planned this better. If I had made this, like, more to fit the shape of my own mouth, I could have done one of these. Doesn't fit. Doesn't taste good. Alrighty, then. What do you guys think? The face. Scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it a solid 3, 3.5. I mean, if you didn't know, would you like think that was Charlie Brown? Maybe? Okay. Alright. Also, the mouth might be a little too low in that you can't really see it. I mean, I think it looks great. Alright. I'll pump it in my mouth. Now for the ears. Alright. Last but not least, very important, he needs some ears. So I'll take... Oh my goodness, what is this? It's like a little baby Charlie. Look at that. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to risk this. I'm not going to draw it ahead of time. I wonder if that's the right place for it, though. It's going to have to be, I guess. Chop. 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 I'm going to count how many times I do that so that they're the same size. So 5-ish. 5-ish. And then I make it. Oh, man. I hate going around corners. It's just like driving. If all the roads were just a straight shot, I would get in so few accidents. Know what I mean? Parents know what I mean. It's hard to like have to turn and stuff. Oh man, I don't know about this. Alright, I cut out a D. This is his ear. What do you guys think? Let's make it even. Something. I have to make it littler. Probably like this, maybe. I don't know why. But I guess keep going maybe a little. Something. Oh no, I cut the tablecloth. Alright, now here we go. Now I maybe jab it in there. It's not the same way as it was though. It's adorable. Or is it better like that? No, definitely not. Oh my goodness. Oh man, whoever thought of that? I'll be honest with you guys, when I first saw this picture, I was like, how is that literally possible? Like, this is a whole pumpkin. How are their ears? I was like, did they use a different pumpkin and then glue them? I was so confused, but figured it out. Alright. I'm actually, until I get the other one, I'm going to just set that there so I don't like, it's just easier. And now I need him to have a second ear somewhat the same size, and also got like that. So I would want a D to be, this would kind of be like a backwards D, I guess. Maybe. Okay. Let's give that a shot. This one's stressful because it's like the first one you can kind of do whatever you want, but this one sort of has to match. They're going to be so uneven. I'm just going to wing it. What else can you do, right? I'm nervous. It's not straight at all. Right. Okay. There's one line. Curve. This is what I'm talking about with the turns. Oh my gosh. And we have a second ear. Don't look anything alike. That's okay. My ears don't either. Now, I guess I do that thing again where I cut it, kinda. Like that, maybe. Chop, chop. And then we kinda... Where's the face? There it is. This one didn't work at all. I was so proud of myself too. Hold on. Give me a minute. The first one came out way better. I mean, like, it's not even close. I wonder if there's anything I can do. And if... Alright, well, I guess that's good enough. So, what I'm going to do now is shut the lights off. And we're going to get this bad boy all lit up. But just so that you guys can see what I'm looking at. How bad is that ear? I mean, honestly. So, what do you guys think? Check out my Charlie chat, huh? If I do say so myself, for a beginner, pretty much a first-timer, came out pretty awesome. I mean, I think the resemblance here is absolutely uncanny. Am I right? Now all I need is, I'm going to go out, buy a couple more pumpkins. I'm going to make a Linus, a Lucy, a Snoopy, maybe a Sally. Who's to say? Because he needs some friends. Thank you so much for watching Carving with Cait. That's me.